In this video, we are going to evaluate exponential functions with base e. Now, you need to know, what is this number e? Well, e is an irrational number. Similarly, in mathematics, we had found for that 3.1415, that pi number kept showing up in different things. Well, the same thing happened with this number that we see here. And we call it Euler's number. Euler was a mathematician that gave the little e as the abbreviation for what we understand to be this irrational number. Now, this irrational number goes on forever and ever, no repeats, no patterns after that, and it goes out more decimal places than your calculator can show you. Now, the common approximation for e is to 3 decimal places, 2.718. So that is acceptable if you don't have a calculator that shows all of this. It doesn't show that exact value. Most calculators, you will find a button usually that says ln for natural log, and usually on the flip side or the second function of that, you'll get the e to appear. But if you don't have an e button, just use 2.718, and that should get you what you want. Now, exponential function is where we have some real number a, and we are taking e to some power of x. So this is a function of x, and so that's what we call an exponential function. So let's look at an example how we use that. So we have this exponential function, f of x equals 2 times e to the x, and we want to find f of 3, and we want it rounded to the nearest hundredth. Now, if we want to find the value, let's think of how we deal with functions. So f of 3, you're going to put that input of x, here where x normally is, we are going to input 3. So that's 2 times e cubed. Now, that is the exact value because e is that irrational number that keeps going forever and ever. You can just leave it there. That is your exact value. But if they didn't ask for the exact value and they want you to round to the nearest whatever, we need to get that number in there. So you can use a calculator and you can get that long number here, that 2.7182818, whatever your calculator reads. Following order of operations, you would have to do the cube first before multiplying by 2. Now, again, if you don't have a calculator with the more exact decimal that keeps going, feel free to use that 2.718. That will work, but you can use that e button if you got it, and then you would multiply that e to third power by 2. And when you do that, you get that value that you see there. Okay. Now, be careful, because if you round that to the nearest hundredth, you're going to get 40.17. If you use the 2.718 approximation, and then you cube it and multiply by 2, you might get 40.16. So be very mindful of how you round it, when you round it, and look at how the instructions read. This says round to the nearest hundredth. So, I would take out the original value as long as I could before I cubed it, then multiplied it by 2. And then I would round. So it's very common to wait and round near the end. So that's a little bit about how you evaluate exponential functions with base e. Thank you so much for watching. You have a good day.